Yes, bitches. This is Steady Mobbin episodes. It's gonna be on. It's in the fives. Somewhere five something 30s.
528.
No, don't do that today, man. I went through so much shit today, man. Going through all that fucking work, it's such a headache. We're at somewhere in the 530s. And today is special because not only do we have a cool guest with us here, we have been working on this top secret project for the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks now, and we've been we had like all the shit you do see online is shit that we've recorded in like 2 months ago, and we've stacked on the work because we had the foresight to hold on to our work and just feed you guys in the summer, and that's what we've been doing is feeding everybody in the summer.
Yes, sir.
And
you guys been going off, man.
Thank you so
some
much.
Good guests, Julie Black, Slava, Legend.
Thank you so much.
Friday,
Yeah.
you know, all the Toronto people.
Yeah, our stock
Congrats,
is going
man.
up.
Congrats to you guys.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
for having me.
If you guys know who that is John Lines. Brr, 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 brr. Today we're a little slacking on the soundboard, but it's okay. This is a growing pains. This is a beautiful episode because we're in the new studio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We got a new beautiful space.
We have a new
There's sawdust
space.
everywhere, so I know it's a new spot.
Thank you.
guys are
Yeah.
renovating, you know?
Yeah, we decided to shoot something here because we couldn't stay stagnant too long, and we told you to come out.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for having
Today we have Mr. John Lines in the motherfucking building.
AKA,
me. Tennis Club.
there we go.
AKA, I am everywhere you want to be.
Yeah.
AKA, I'm at all the parties that you hope to be at.
AKA creative ADHD.
Oh, shit.
I like to do everything, you know?
You'll tell me about that. Creative ADHD, whatever it's called. Like
Yeah,
when
so-
you can't stay in one place at the same time.
I guess that I've been kind of coining that phrase recently. As you guys know, I make music, I direct videos, shoot photos. You know, I done club promotion, had a music blog back in the day, interviewed Mac Miller, all these
What was the name
big
of the blog?
artists. And what
you
was
know-
the name of the blog?
Yeah.
JohnLines.com. Just made
Oh,
it.
yeah,
This
yeah.
was 2011 to 2014. You know,
Okay.
when blogs were popping. And yeah, I just been trying to get my hands in everything. You know, I love it.
So you're like just making money off. I'm so technical. Were you making money off the affiliate ads off the website and shit like that?
Yeah, so back when I had the blog, people would approach me and be like, "Yo, I want to promote a song. I'm gonna pay you to post it.
For real.
You know, buy a banner on the top of the page. This is that. Google ads. You know, all that stuff. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
And music, you say you do music.
Yeah.
What kind of music do you do?
Yeah. So I started making music in 2018, about 7 years after I even got into the game. So I kind of did like every other job before I even made my first song. You know, working with artists, blogging, promoting, whatever, shooting videos. So I kind of had, for me, I felt like I had a head start in the music game as an artist because I already learned all the other positions, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
the first track, the ones that I ever dropped were like more Afro beats. Now I've been like, getting into like alternative R&B and stuff like that. But for the first few years, I was dropping Afro beats, yeah.
You dropped Afro beats, 2018?
2018, before anyone in Toronto.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to get at.
I know people are doing Afro beats last year and this year, but I was ahead of the curve. I was doing it in 2018, you know?
So what is the inspiration for Afro beats, right? Because people are hearing you say this.
Yeah.
You're a white guy.
Yeah, of course.
So,
Am I?
I mean,
don't know, man. You tell me.
naturally, people are going to be like, what's the connection?
yeah,
Why
yeah.
Afro beats?
So during that time, it was like 2017, 2018. I was listening to a lot of UK stuff, you know? Afro wave, Afro fusion, Afro beats. Those are all like the kind of artists that I was like bumping, you know? So when I decided to make music, I'm like, let me challenge myself. Let me do something that, you know, a guy like me on a regular basis wouldn't make, you know? So I dropped the first song. It was called Watson. Did pretty decent in Czech Republic because of the producer that I work with, Osama. Shout out to Osama, the Glow Sticks. And then the second song I ever made in my life, Motherland, it got on New Music Friday.
Wow.
Second song of my life. So it's like after that, I was like, all right, maybe I'm doing something right, you know?
So Afro beats is like dominating right now.
Yeah.
Are you going to dive back into doing Afro beats now, or
It's funny that you asked that because I went through a phase where I'm like, maybe, you know, guy like me, maybe I shouldn't be making music like that. But my old tracks are starting to get traction again, you know,
There
years
we go.
later.
Yeah.
Just yesterday, I found out I was on, I got on a official Apple Music playlist, Summertime Chill.
Nice.
And it's one of my Afrobeat songs called Sideline. Shout out to Osama, Rudy Ray, he's a trumpet player, a couple other people that are featuring on it. But yeah, so the Afrobeats, I don't know. I might have to come back into that space, to be honest.
Absolutely,
It's
yeah,
like
you're
years
killing it.
later, you know, I'm getting
Yeah.
traction again. So
Absolutely.
I might have to make a comeback. Yeah.
Absolutely. TennisxClub. How'd you come up with that name?
Yeah. So that was originally a brand I had. I wanted to do a clothing line, and I wanted to call it TennisxClub. I wanted to like have each line of the clothing named after like tennis players that I fucked with, you know, Serena, Andre Agassi, Pete Sampras, you know, the legends. And I never ended up going through with the clothing line. So when I was making music in 2018, when I first started to make music, I was trying to figure out, should I go with my own name? Should I come up with like, you know, a new brand or whatever? And then I remembered I had that brand name already. So I just ended up using that. As
Okay.
the artist name, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So, you know, a lot of people would be like, yo, John Lyons is always at the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
What do you contribute to that?
I guess just
When I say the right place at the right
Yeah.
time, the other day I saw you posting a party pic with you and Mula on a beach party.
Yeah, that was my boy Tafari. He's the owner of Hutsy Financial.
Okay.
We're doing a movie. We did a movie, the Hutsy movie. That's called Drop the Ball.
Okay.
And Mullah first is in the movie.
Okay.
So we were just all there celebrating Tafari.
And it's completed?
You know?
The movie's completed?
Yeah, the movie's done. It's it's done. It's gonna premiere at TIFF in September, and it's funny because I started out. I was shooting behind the scenes photos for the movie. Ended up co-directing a scene, and then I ended up getting an acting role in the movie as well. So, like I said, creative ADHD, right? I like to do everything.
For real, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tafari. We
Yeah.
want you on the podcast.
Yeah, I got you
Yeah.
guys, man. That's my guy. Shout out to Safari, legend.
You do a lot of things because I went to your page and it seems like you have your hand in a multitude of things.
Yeah.
You seem like you're the jack of all trades when it comes to doing things behind the camera. What do you find more fun? What do you enjoy doing more?
Recently, I've just been having lots of fun behind the camera. I started music in 2018. Sorry, and I took like a 5-year break from creating, like being behind the camera. Sorry.
No worries.
And then 3 months ago, I got a camera. And then I just been having so much fun recently with doing that stuff. Yeah.
So you do editing?
Yeah. So I direct, I edit, I shoot photos, shoot video, short form content, like music videos, everything.
Yeah, you do some cool stuff. You do stop motion too.
Yeah, that's.
You gotta show me how to do that because I
Yeah,
love
so
that shit.
basically what stop motion is, it's just pictures, and then you turn it into a video. So, for example, I did the Hot in Here festival. I was shooting there, and then Ja Rule was coming out on the stage, and I'm just like taking 100 pictures
Off your phone?
on my camera.
Okay.
My Sony A7. And then I turned that into a video. Ja Rule ended up sharing it on his,
That's wild.
on his page. Kerry Hilson, T.I. who
So I
else was there?
imagine when it comes to
Chingy,
music videos, like shooting your own music videos, you're probably pretty hands-on and
Yeah. So when like my personal own videos for
Yeah,
my song,
yeah.
I've only ever shot one video.
One
which
video.
which was the Motherland video.
Oh,
Which was
okay.
the song that popped off for me like in 2018. Got on New Music Friday on Spotify, and I directed it. My homie shot it, and I edited the video.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's my song, direct and edit. You know, pretty much hands and everything almost. You
Why
know?
only one video though?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. It just-
Creative ADHD.
Yeah, I'm doing like fucking so many other things. I should do more videos for sure, you know? Definitely. I agree. I have another video I shot. I just never released it yet. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So tell me about your camera. I remember you told me a crazy story about that camera.
Yeah, so even the story how I even got back into creating, like, because I started music in 2018, you know, I was prior to that, you know, directing music videos, blogging, whatever, shooting. In 2018, I did music, so I took a huge break.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it. I'm bored of shooting videos and stuff. Let me just challenge
You're
myself.
bored of parties.
Let me just, exactly. Let me just challenge myself, make some music. And then last November and December, I was in Atlanta. My boy Adam Ali is an influencer. Flew me out there. I shot some content with him. I didn't even have a camera. I was just using his camera, shooting some brand deals and stuff for him. And then that kind of got me like the bug to like shoot again and stuff, you know? It was cool. Met some dope people out there. Vic Blends, you know Vic Blends from TikTok, that barber. Pulls up on people and shaves people's head and stuff. He's huge.
Oh, the white guy.
Yeah,
he goes to randoms and he's like, yo, I can help you out, whatever.
I've seen his stuff.
That's cool. I like him.
I met Vic Blends in Atlanta. I shot stop motion with him. Queen Naija,
Nice.
whatever, a bunch of people met out there. So I kind of got the bug again to create. So when I came back to Toronto, you know, just got back into my music, whatever. And then I had an opportunity to buy a camera. So you guys know the Nelk Boys?
Yeah.
Full Send, the Nelk Boys, yeah. So the creative director, Osgod, of the Nelk Boys.
From Toronto?
Yeah, from Toronto. They live in Orange County now. But he put a post on his story, and he's like, I have these 3 Sony A7 IIIs. I'm just trying to sell them. So I replied, and I was like, maybe I should get a camera, you know, so I can really get back into shooting again. I replied, and I didn't think nothing of it. He didn't reply to me. You know, he probably got like 1,000 responses. You know,
Yeah.
These guys are Nelk Boys. They're huge. And then a week later, he's like, "Oh, you still interested in the camera?" I'm like, "Yeah, 100%. I wanna buy that. You know, cool, whatever." Bought the camera off this guy. Sent me the camera. Sent some merch. What I'm wearing right now, the shirt right now, real one for hooking me up with some merch and stuff. And that's how I got the camera from the Nelk Boys.
I'm always so curious about those kind of people. You know, those guys who just made money off of like the internet, like talking.
Yeah.
You know, given your experience and excuse me, excuse me, they are
Some strong weed, huh?
COVID.
It was hell no. Your experience of like how things get done and behind the scenes, like, what do you think it is that they're doing different from anybody else? And how do you think they're making that money? Like the sponsorship dollars. Like what do you think they're doing?
I mean, even the reason they blew up because they were just releasing quality shit. You know what I mean? Funny stuff, funny videos, skits, shit that young people would like. So they were just releasing quality. That's all. At the beginning, as long as you're releasing quality shit, you're eventually gonna get to where you need to go. You know? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is our shit quality shit? Like our content?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah?
That's why I'm here.
You sure?
Man. Come on.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just making
Appreciate
sure.
it.
I was born in the 70s, so I don't know like what the younger generation like consider quality. So I just need to, hear
You're
from someone younger than me, just to be sure.
I'm definitely not younger than you, man. That's for sure.
You're not younger than me?
I'm not gonna say what age I am, but we're probably around the same.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was born 2 years after Elvis died.
Stop it, bro.
Yeah.
What year was that?
79.
1910.
You were born in 81?
It was
No,
1910.
79.
You were born in 79?
79.
Stop it, bro. You don't even look like that.
That's what I'm
Take-
saying.
take-
That's what I'm
I'm born
saying.
in the 80s. That's
So-
all I'm
so-
saying,
Okay,
you know?
so
Yeah,
you are
cheers.
younger than me. Cheers
79,
to
take away 30.
that. This guy's such a hater. All right.
But yeah, what were we saying? Oh yeah, I was saying how I got the camera, how I even got back into the
Yeah,
creative
yes.
space. Yeah, so I got the camera off the Nelk Boys. Shout out to Osgod, you're a real one. He didn't have to reply to me. And he gave me a crazy deal on the camera, like more than probably half price from the store.
Yeah, because like right now, that camera alone without the lens is like
Yeah, it's
18,
about
2 Gs.
about 2 Gs. Yeah,
Yeah.
He gave me half price. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. U.S. or Canadian?
It was US, but in conversion is about half price. Yeah.
1,200.
So I went on your
Yeah.
page
Yeah.
multiple times, and I'm like, yo, this guy seems like he knows a
stalking you,
lot.
bro.
I had to. Black Mob, he's like, yo, check this dude out. He's doing cool shit, I'm a creative too. And I
Love
could
it.
tell, obviously, you're creative, like at the core. Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
who you are.
I'm addicted to it, bro.
I feel
Creative
the same way.
ADHD. So if I'm not doing one thing, I'm doing the other.
We should collaborate on something.
Super down.
And one thing that stood out to me is there seems to be a lot of star power that you're connected to that you've come across. You mentioned Mac Miller.
Yeah.
How long ago was that when you met him?
So the Mac Miller interview I did in 2011.
2011.
Yeah, literally what are we, 2023? 12 years ago.
Yes.
Shout out to Hustle Girl. She lined that up for me.
R.I.P. Matt Miller. What was that experience like meeting him?
Oh, it was amazing, man. At the time, I was bumping his music. I was a super fan.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the day we pulled up. It was, I think it was Cool House. That's Rebel now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it was Cool House. We pulled up it was like 3 p.m. and people were lined around the whole building. So that was when like his buzz was like at the peak. you know?
Yeah.
So it was a crazy moment. Went to the show. We're backstage. We're chilling, having drinks. You know, enjoying the night. It was a great time, man.
Was there
Super
ever a
cool.
moment where you completely fanned out? You met someone, not necessarily doing any work with them, but you saw them. They were close to you. They were an arm's length.
Yeah.
And you just...
So it's actually funny you said that because I was telling the story the other day. The only time ever in my life that I had like a frozen moment, like I couldn't even move, was Lil Wayne.
Shit.
So
I can see that happening.
Hustle Girl, she got me the Mac Miller. We were at the concert. We went to go see the Lil Wayne concert. It was at Molson Amphitheater, which is now Budweiser.
Yeah.
And we're there. Shout out to Mac Main. He brought us in. And yeah, it was like from me to you to Lil Wayne, and I was frozen. I couldn't even say anything. The guy was like, he was glowing, you know? Like,
Yeah.
sparkling.
You heard
like,
the angels sing.
that was the only time I've met like hundreds of artists,
Yeah.
like celebrities, whatever, you know. But Lil Wayne, I was
I mean, makes
frozen,
sense. He's
you
an
know?
icon.
Yeah, he's a legend.
It's Wheezy, baby.
And shout out to Hustle Girl. How's she doing? Like, do you
I
still
haven't
contact?
spoken to her in years, but I'm sure she's killing it. She works hard. She's very creative.
Yes,
she's awesome,
yes,
man.
yes,
Love
yes,
that girl.
yes.
Shout out to her. She's great.
Yeah. The one thing I will always give Hustle Girl credit for, she was one of the first people I seen really fan out about Drake before Drake became who
Yeah,
he
she
was.
ran the page, right? All
Yeah.
things fresh.
Yeah, but like in his Aubrey days, the Degrassi
Yeah.
days, she was always raving about Drake.
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah, he's dope. But she was like, yeah, he's going to do big things. And,
It's a life
She's
skin
ahead of her
privilege.
time, man. She knew. She knew.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Shout out to her. Kudos to
What'd
her.
you say?
She's
Were you hating on Drake again?
Yeah, it's a light skin privilege.
You know what's crazy? We did an interview with, who do we do an interview
Friday.
with? Friday.
Yeah.
And this guy says, Drake, we will do an interview with you in bed. And I'm like, why? Why did you say that again?
I'm like, because if you've seen the last interview he did
Yeah, with the girl. It makes
in
sense.
bed, okay,
It
cool.
makes sense because
She's
she's
a funny little cheeky
she.
little white girl, you know?
Sure, like if that's what it takes for you to pull up, or for I to pull up into the
The
embassy.
difference is you're a he. Like Drake would be in bed with a 6'4", 300-pound
Yeah.
black dude.
That's wild, yo.
Yeah.
No, but no, honestly, shout out to Drake because, like, honestly, when the Drake phenomenon has been, I never talked about it too much, but the Drake phenomenon is nuts, bro.
Yeah. He inspired a whole generation, especially Toronto
It's
people, you know?
it's unlike anything I've ever seen. And we're talking about he came in the game like he blew up what 09. We're in 2023.
No, bro. My first experience with Drake was brand new on the radio.
No, but
Flow.
when he blew up like globally,
I think
That was
that
09.
summer he blew up. I think that
09?
was no 2007.
09, right?
2009, 2010,
Yeah.
when he really blew up.
Yeah. That's a 14-year chokehold. That's crazy. And he's
He's been
Canadian.
reinventing himself. That's what it's all about. And I feel like, you know, for me, I'm trying to reinvent myself every 4 years. I like to kind of go into a new era, you know?
Absolutely. Which brings me to my question to you. What are your thoughts on the climate of the Canadian music scene?
I think it's really dope. We have incredible talents here, you know, all different types, you know, all genres. But the infrastructure is just not there yet.
Just
you
not
know?
there, yeah.
We have the talent. We just don't have the population, you know what I mean? There's only, 40 million here, 400 million in USA. So, like,
Yeah.
can't really compete, you know?
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard.
You're right. Because in like let's say for example you're a rapper in LA,
Yeah.
you go on tour. Tour means like you're doing like 10 clubs in
Yeah.
in South California,
Yeah.
SoCal they call it, and you're doing 10 clubs every 2 weeks. And some of these guys make a living off the shows. Whereas with here in Toronto or in Canada, there's not a lot of clubs. These
And
guys
it's hard. If you're going to travel, you got to travel the whole country, and the country's huge, you know?
Yeah, that's too bad. It's not that hard, you know what I mean? Like, but the only thing is like, in each town there's only like maybe one club
That's
if
what
you're
I'm
lucky,
saying. So you got to go from Ontario to Edmonton
or
to
Quebec or
Winnipeg,
whatever. Yeah,
thing, Vancouver.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like those guys can do 10 clubs in like the
It's
distance
like
from
3 hour.
Toronto to Windsor.
Yeah, that's right.
You know
Like a
what
4
I
or
mean?
5 hour
You
drive.
got to
Yeah.
go across
Yeah.
the whole country.
Has there ever
Canada.
been a thought for you to move to the States and set up shop there and pursue your dreams there?
Definitely, because especially when I was in Atlanta, like everywhere I went, I was connecting with people, you know? Go to a shisha lounge, you see like 5 famous people. I went for a birthday dinner. There was like all famous people. I was the least important person in the room, you know? So in the States, especially, I really liked Atlanta. Had a good time out there, good connections. Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of promise out there, you know?
Yeah.
I was looking at homes in Atlanta. That's crazy you mentioned that. I was looking at homes in Atlanta like a couple nights ago.
What are the prices like?
Cheaper than here.
Way cheaper.
5-bedroom home,
Way cheaper.
3 bathrooms. Like you can a 5-bedroom home, 3 bathrooms, and a pool in your back is like $400,000.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like $400,000 in
And
Atlanta.
it's spacious a little bit.
Spacious, but
No
the
space out here.
downside is that if you smoke weed like me, it's not legal.
Yeah, when I was there for like 3 weeks.
No
Just
weed.
Working every day. I was stressing.
No weed, eh?
No weed.
And if you found weed, it's shitty weed.
I didn't find weed.
You didn't find weed.
So
Nope.
I don't know.
And
Honestly, I didn't really look for it.
Yeah.
But like, it wasn't
abundant.
in plenty or abundant or whatever. Yeah. It was nah.
And
different out there.
on top of that, there's like the gun laws are different too.
Yeah.
So you can carry guns. So you don't know who's like packing a gun. You pull someone, you cut somebody off on the highway. You don't know if they're gonna fucking chase.
Yeah, that's definitely a concern. Yeah.
So when you're like networking, what's the number one thing you want to obtain when you're networking?
Yeah. So when I'm networking, I was on another podcast, New Vita, Let's Talk, recently, and I was their younger boys, you know, from my hometown, London, giving them some advice. And the one thing I'll say, if you're trying to network, you got to add value to somebody, you know. So for me, if I'm trying to get in a position with, like, let's say, artist who's going viral or they have their following, they're already semi-famous, I'll just offer them, like, let me come shoot for you for free. You know, offer some value. That's the easiest way to network. So the reason I even picked up the camera is so I can get myself in certain situations, you know?
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart. Makes sense.
So just offer help, you know? A lot of people are like sliding in the DM, they're like asking for a favor before that person even knows who they are, you know?
Got it.
And like if I'm on the receiving end of that message, I'm just like, bro, like I don't even know who you are. How am I going to help you out, you know? I can't help you because I don't even know you. But
Exactly.
Like, if you're hitting me up being like, yo, let's shoot something, let's do this, I'll do it for free or whatever, I'll be like, oh, I'll be more receptive to that message, you know?
It's mutually beneficial.
Yeah,
so if this
exactly.
person has a name and a following,
Exactly.
it's like, okay, your association with that person brings value to you.
Exactly.
You shoot for free, they're getting free footage or whatever, and you put it together and then boom. Yeah,
There
it
you
makes
go.
sense. Yeah,
And then,
yeah.
you know, I always say, like, if you offer value, say your original goal is I want something from this person, offer the value, and then you can like kind of slide in what you want from them later on, you know? Like you can
You sound like you're gonna write like one of those help
you
books.
can be sneaky about it or you can be straight up about it. It doesn't matter, but
Absolutely.
give them something first, you know?
Absolutely.
So when is the self-help book coming out?
2025.
What are you saying?
Steady helping. That's what
Steady
we're gonna call it.
helping.
You like that, right? Steady
No,
helping.
back to homegrown talent. Are there any Canadian artists that you would like to collaborate with?
Canadian artists that I like to collaborate with right now.
If you have none, that's okay.
Yeah, am I like having a brain freeze right now? I might be. I don't know.
I mean, it's okay. It's all right.
There's a lot of talent, you know. But
Yeah, there's
I
a
feel
few
like
names.
because I have the creative ADHD, I've been on like the behind the scenes wave, shooting and whatever right now. The music kind of is on hold a little bit right
Yeah.
now, you know.
Okay, got it.
Not that it's on hold, but you know,
I hear you.
yeah.
I hear you. I hear you. So, Mula first.
Yeah.
Mula, we want you on the podcast.
This is like the 5th attempt.
Miserable.
This is
Miserable.
This is like heartbreaking.
Pissed.
The way he is on camera, is that how he is off camera?
I don't even know, man.
I'm curious.
And
I'm
is he
really
wearing a
curious
jacket all the
I can't
time?
give you that answer, man.
because I love his energy and I love the one-liners.
Yeah.
And I always said, like, you know, the one thing that really separates him from everybody is obviously his persona.
His persona, his branding, he's smart.
branding.
He's very like all these Toronto rappers and stuff. They're cool. They have, you know, they have some cool songs. but their branding is just not.
It's not
good as
there.
His, you know,
It's
like
not there.
Shout out to Mullah first, because the reason I even became a fan of his is because his branding is just on point. You know,
Absolutely.
he sticks to it. It's the same thing every time, and he's killing them.
I need to see some Moolah First
And
merch.
He's consistent.
Doesn't he have merch? Doesn't he have those jackets?
I need to
from-
see like a sweater or a hoodie or a t-shirt. Miserable. Piss.
You know what? Let's
Dementia.
let's give him some game. He should do a Christmas line, a Christmas sweater, ugly sweater line. Ooh. With like his picture his face on like the back of a Christmas sweater or the front of a Christmas sweater, like miserable.
Yeah, you could do something. Yeah, absolutely.
Christmas is miserable, eh?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
No, but like like grumpy as fuck. You know, like old men are grumpy as fuck.
I think what I might do is just take a couple of his lines and just get my own shirts made and, just rock that. Uh-oh, what was that? Our new studio's falling apart.
Already, holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Mullah first, man.
Yeah.
Legend.
Does he wear the jacket on set during the movie he has made?
He always wears a jacket.
He's literally always wearing the jacket.
Always. Mask, jacket.
Tell us more about this movie. What's this movie about?
Yeah, so Hutsy, drop the ball. Shout out to my boy EY, Eric Buxamil on Instagram. He's the director of the film. He brought me on set to shoot behind the scenes. It's called Drop the Ball.
Drop the Ball.
Basically the autobiography of the making of Hutsy. Hutsy Financial. So you guys know Hutsy, debit card that builds your credit.
I saw the clip of him on, what was it, the
They were
Lions
on
Den?
Dragon's Den.
Dragon's
They were
Den,
on
there you go.
Dragon's Den. Yeah, so I got on set. I just shot behind the scenes. It was for the autobiography of Hutsy, Drop the Ball, the film. Like I said, ended up co-directing a scene and ended up getting an acting role in the film.
Really?
It's also featuring Mullah First, a couple other people from Toronto as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, off topic, what the hell, what are these, fruit flies or
no,
like,
what is that? I was about to say the same thing.
like
There
I'm
was one,
seeing
in
them
my
like
mouth while I was talking.
It's okay.
multiply.
It's okay. They're not here now. Fuck them.
Okay. Sorry, folks. It's just like these little, I don't know, I guess fruit flies or, I think they're attracted to a black mob. Yeah. So what's next for you?
Yeah, so what's next? I got a lot of things dropping, man. I've been shooting photos, behind the scenes stuff for some big name artists. I don't want to say anything, but Sean Desmond has a song coming out next week.
Dope.
I'm going to be a part of the rollout. I shot
We
some
want you,
photos.
Sean Desmond, on here too.
Amazing
Please.
guy, man. Honestly, I got to bring it all the way back to my blogging days, 2011, johnlines.com. He was the first artist that I actually interviewed. And shout out to Corey Litwin, Murder Beats' his manager.
We want you too, Mr. Litwin.
He's the one who actually plugged me in with Sean because Corey was in London at the time.
Yeah.
He's managing a nightclub called Rouge Nightclub.
Yeah.
And at the time, we were boys. We used to hang out all the time. And I'm like, I'm starting a blog. I want to do interviews. He had Sean come into the club. He plugged me in. I interviewed Sean, and we just maintained the relationship ever since then.
Yeah.
So you were ahead of the game too, just in the media space.
Yeah, so during 2011, I was living in London, Ontario, small town. It's like an Ottawa, basically, same kind of population. And at that time, no one really in my city was doing anything that was like worthy of like in the media space or Canada, in music, whatever.
Except for the other guy. What's the other guy's name? The Come Up Show?
Oh yeah, shout out to Come Up Show. I used to help him out, man.
Yeah.
He used to do radio.
You know everybody. Damn.
interviews. He used to do radio interviews.
We gotta
And,
know this.
I'm like, bro, you need to start doing video. So I filmed his first interviews.
Oh, yeah?
Film, yeah. That's hilarious that you brought that up. Shout out to Adulis. Cool.
He's starting it back up, right? Isn't he?
I don't know. I haven't spoken to that guy in years, bro.
I
Like,
was watching
8
his
years
thing.
or
I think he's starting it back up.
I'm glad, man. I'm glad to see because he was one of the first.
Yeah,
He had a
was.
radio show, and then he had his website, and then I was the only other one in London aside from him doing that. But I was more like, he was focused on hip hop. I was like everything, pop, EDM, hip hop, just everything, So where was I going with that story? Sean Desmond. We're
yeah,
talking about
Sean Desmond, yeah.
So anyway, shout out to Corey Litwin. He plugged me in with Sean, and me and Sean are still working together till this day.
Sean Desmond, we want you on
Yes,
the podcast.
Katrina, please let him on, please.
Yeah.
I hate, you
And-
know what I hate? I'm just gonna go on a tangent. You know what my biggest pet peeve is when artists are like, "Oh, we don't want to come on because we're not doing a media tour right now." it's like I want you to come on just to come and shoot the shit and talk.
Yeah.
You know, we're happy that you want to conclude us in your media tour, but come on and.
But you gotta see it from their perspective
Yeah,
too,
it makes
right?
sense, you know, on their side. It's like
You know, if they have nothing going
they
on,
might
it's
not have
like
anything to say and they don't want to beat
Exactly.
the same old stories to
They have a lot. The kind of questions we have for some people. There's a lot to say. You know, an hour conversation, 2 hours, or whatever.
This is why you guys work good together, because you guys have different perspectives, you know.
For sure.
yeah.
I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
I see
entertaining.
I see both your points. Right.
Yeah.
But
But I'm right.
if they got something to say, you're right, because that's how I feel too. But if they got something to say, they're gonna wait until it's
I'm right. Booyah!
in
No.
your face.
Once again, I'm right.
But yeah, shout out to Sean, man. He's one of the biggest artists that ever even believed in me. You know, I interviewed him, my first interview ever of my life, and
2011.
yeah, 2011, and then we just started working together ever since then. I went to one of his sets, like I said, offering value. I'm like, yo, hit up his manager at the time, Katrina, and I was like, if you ever need like some content or whatever, I went to his video shoot. Shot the behind the scenes, actually ended up in the music video, Money Shot. You can look it up, Sean Desmond, Money Shot. I'm in the first scene.
Oh, sick.
Got it.
I'm wearing the glasses, but
Jason-
I feel like I always like whenever I'm doing something, I always end up behind the scenes and I end up on the video. It happens to me every time.
Yeah. That's good.
Always
That's
happens.
good.
The Hutsy movie, Sean Desmond's video. I worked on some Sean Paul videos. Ended up in both of those videos.
There's something about you people like.
Yeah, I don't know.
Really
I guess-
good.
Now, who's the most miserable artist or personality you've worked with?
Miserable artists.
And that's not Mula, it's just somebody else.
Yeah, ironic, right?
Doom.
I mean, I don't want to drop any names, but I always find that the bigger the
Please
artist,
drop names.
I'm not gonna drop names, but I'm
Come on,
gonna
just hints.
put you guys on like an idea that I
Sure.
had. The bigger the artist, the cooler they are.
Yeah.
The like, let's say you just have one song and it blew up a little bit. Those artists are the worst. They act the most Hollywood. The
Yeah.
ones that are the biggest, like my boy Benny Cristo from Prague. He's the hugest artist in Czech Republic country. Most humble guy. Eric Bellinger, worked with him. Coolest guy.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Eric Bellinger.
Yeah.
Legend. And then some of these local, maybe they have 10K followers max. They act like, like you're a fucking loser. You know what I mean? And you're offering them free stuff, and they're treating you like you're a fucking piece of shit. But these guys that I work with that have millions of followers,
Yeah.
millions of monthly listeners, millions of streams, they treat me like I'm royalty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how, when I was in Atlanta, I'm chilling with a whole group of people. Most important people have millions of followers. I'm like I'm literally the nobody in the room, and they're like, "Oh, thank you so much for coming." This and that. It's like the people with the small followings they always think they're better. I don't know. It's weird.
I get a lot of that.
It's a weird conundrum, I guess you would call that.
Yeah, because I've DM'd a few artists. I won't drop any names either.
Yeah.
But, like, we're offering you a platform to come on here and talk about,
and you're
your
not,
music.
like, you're not
and
international,
yeah,
You know what I
no
mean?
response.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm cool with you actually just saying no.
Yeah.
But they'll just leave you on red.
Crazy.
And I'm like,
I
okay.
never understood that.
Well, once they meet on Reddit, it's over. I know they're looking. It's like
I don't care. I don't want them to respond. Like, we're like,
And if you're not going to respond, those are the people. I think we were talking about that earlier, but those are the people that are not going to last.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The nicer you are, I don't care how big you are. If you're nice, you're gonna go a long way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I feel like for the female artists out here, I get a lot of that where they just read the message and they don't respond. So
I mean, if they're female artists from Toronto, yeah, they kind of already have that chip on their shoulder.
yeah, which is
They're
crazy.
They're so rough, like,
Yeah, it's like, why
no
would you even think
softness
that?
to them at all. Just so rough.
I don't get the pathology behind it. I don't get the mindset, but I mean, kudos to you. Good luck.
So on a Saturday night, where you at?
I'm at home, man.
You're at home?
I'm at home on my laptop.
Are you at Queen Street West or King Street West?
For going out?
Yeah.
I don't go out.
You don't go out.
I'm not, bro. I did my time in the clubs. I don't go out anymore.
No, you just don't step out like once in a
Never.
while.
Maybe once a summer.
Absolutely.
I got my little crib with my girl. We're chilling. You know what I mean?
I went to J.O.K. show the other day,
Okay.
or Joe O.K. It's Joe O.K.
Joe K.
Joe
Joe
K?
K.
Joe K.
J.O.K.
Yo, let me say something.
He's A-OK.
That dude's A-OK. Joe K. Listen, my life fucking changed, son. And I never go out. I go out maybe I go out
Never go out, man.
I never go out. And then OG from the 3 Balakov was like, yo, you got to come out.
Yeah.
It was the most coolest thing on earth, dude.
What's so cool about
it was like this guy was playing house music that you work to. But imagine you hearing house music mixed with hip hop and R&B and Afro beats.
I saw a lot of people posting about it.
It was just.
I feel like he's genre blending, you know.
He was genre blending. It's exactly what it is. It was genre blending, and he's playing all the old school dancehall and reggae songs, and mixing with house.
That sounds cool.
It was just fire. But anyways,
Isn't it weird that I made Afro beats?
Not really. It's not.
I
Because
got mixed reviews, you know. Like a lot of people were like,
it's cool.
"Yo,
I
that's
thought it was
fucking
cool.
So cool that you're doing it." And then other people are like, you know how people are like nowadays, especially. They're like, "The fuck is this white guy doing that?"
Yeah,
shit
what's your
for?"
background?
You know? I'm English, man. I'm as white as you can be, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm English.
So-
to the core, you know.
So,
But that could work to your benefit if you do it really good.
The reason why I even got into that genre is because I used to just like look to UK for artists, you know. So I became a fan of like NSG, Gecko, Malik Berry, all these UK guys, you know. So I kind of wanted to just make music like that because I was a fan of it. You know
I
what
think
mean?
you should. Personally, I
going.
think you should
Keep
do
going.
it. Yeah. And honestly, this is gonna sound crazy, right? Probably even wacky, but you could be the Eminem of Afro beats. Okay, I'm just saying it. I'm just putting it out
Why
there.
not, man?
You know,
do
I
it.
hate to use Eminem as a reference
Nah, I
because it
get
seems
it.
so played out,
Nah,
but
it's a
you
good analogy.
use a snow reference, but you know
Snow.
I'm not gonna. Do
That's
the
an
whole
insult,
crazy
actually.
accent
that's
or
a different conversation.
Shout out to Snow though. I love that guy, man. What a fucking legend.
That's a different
I
conversation.
don't know him personally.
You gotta
or
watch
anything,
our podcast. We had an interview a couple weeks ago with his former
The true creator of Informer.
one of his boys.
Shout out DJ Marvin Prince.
I heard of that name before.
Yeah.
Apparently, he was cheated out with a lot of money,
Yeah.
and
white
there's no
people,
facility. Shit happens.
Fucking Caucasian.
Yeah.
Culture vultures. I
He said it.
No, that's awful.
feel
Anyways,
like that's what people think I am sometimes. But I'm just a fan.
Which I
crazy.
completely disagree with, right? 'Cause
That's
you're just
crazy.
basing that on your
That's crazy.
your skin color, which is whack, right?
That's
I
crazy.
know white people who have a genuine passion and appreciation
for sure.
for
man. I'm just a fan. I know I'm not gonna like. They call people culture vultures because the people that they call culture vultures, they act like they invented that sound.
Mm-hmm.
Me, obviously, I didn't invent that sound. You know what I mean? I'm just a fan. I'm just here.
Yeah.
I'm not new. I'm new to this. You know what I mean?
Got it.
I think we're gonna have to settle this one short.
One more question. I saw Jason Love on your page.
Yeah,
No,
Jason Love, man. Fuck.
Jason Love has a third leg on his body.
Okay, we didn't need that information. But what was your connection with?
Yeah, so how I even got to meet Jason Love and to work with him, my boy Eric, shout out to EY, Bucks and Mill, I already shouted him out earlier, the producer of the Hutsy film. He is working on producing a podcast for some other people, and he hit me up one day, and he's like, yo, I want you to come with me. I'm going to go work on some set. I want you to come and shoot some photos. He didn't tell me what it was, but he brought me on the Hutsy deal. So I'm like, I trust him. I'm just going to roll. I don't care what it is. Could be anything, you know? He's my boy. Gives me good opportunities. So let me just roll. So I pull up. We go over there together. The first door opens. First thing I see is Jason Love. I'm like, bro, this guy brought me here. What the fuck, you know?
Was his
I'm like,
pants
this
off?
is crazy. His pants were not on. They were. He was fully clothed. And it's open up the door. It's a room of like 20 Toronto mans, fucking 18 to
Getting ready to suck 'em off.
21 year
Talk
olds.
about 20 Toronto men.
Getting ready to suck him off.
Why were 20 Toronto men?
on their knees, getting ready to suck him off?
I'm not gonna tell you why there were 20 Toronto mans there, but anyways, I read the room real quick and I'm like, all right, I don't want nothing to do with any of these kids.
None of this bukkake shit.
I walk straight
Yo,
to Jason
Toronto
Love.
dudes are weird.
Bro, I walk straight to Jason Love. I'm like, what's up, dog? My name's John. I'm here to shoot photos for whatever we got going on here. Boom. Cool. He's a cool guy, man. I
Yeah.
just treat him like
Yeah.
how we're talking right now.
Yeah.
That's how me and him were talking.
I
you
feel
know?
like Toronto, like they're so hungry to be associated with any type of fame that like a porn star is like an icon. 20 Toronto men's
Yeah.
in a room with Jason Love. Why?
we were just talking about that, right?
Yeah, he's
And
about
I
to
was
receive
saying
bukkake from him.
The guys in Toronto are bigger groupies than the girls, bro. You know what
That's
I
a
mean?
fact.
So it was kind of like
That's
so
a fact.
For me, when I walked in the room, I read the room, and I'm like, fuck all these kids that are here. I'm just going straight to the guy. What up, dude?
Yeah.
Let's take some pictures.
Yeah.
Some chick had a dog there. I'm like, yo, grab the dog. Take pictures with the dog. You know, it was like fucking.
And you were there for work.
Yeah, I was there for work.
You were there for
wasn't
work.
to
You weren't
hang out,
there-
You know what I mean? They were doing a podcast interview. I was there to take photos. I was just there for that. I didn't give a fuck about anyone else in the room, you know? Took the photos, made the connect, and we ended up becoming super cool, you know what I mean? And then I was on a podcast recently, the new Vita Let's Talk. Shout out to the boys from London.
Shout out.
And,
Yep.
I was telling the story how I met him, just like I told you guys right now. And I'm like, yo, let me FaceTime this guy, see what happens. FaceTime him. He answers. Fucking the rest was history. You know?
Was he naked then?
He
When
was
you
not.
keep asking
Stop
if he's
it.
naked.
This guy's
Oh my
obsessed with
God.
porn, bro. Why are you so obsessed with
Oh my God. First he's like, yo, Jason Love is built like a tripod. Was he naked? Did you see his dick print?
No, yeah, it's more.
I
No, it's not a
like
tripod.
POV.
It's more.
POV, they have to have 3 freckles and pubes.
Yeah.
That's my favorite
No,
category.
it's more like a child's form.
Jason Love, you got a fan. He's a Toronto man.
No, stop it.
Should I call
you
him right
better-
now? Should I do it? This is what I'm doing now. Is this my thing? Should I call him? If he doesn't answer, he doesn't answer.
He doesn't answer. He doesn't answer.
That's what I said.
I don't know.
last
Black
week.
Mom might fan out.
He better be knee deep in some vision.
Okay, so you know what? You could ask him if he's wearing pants.
When I call
If he
him,
answers.
That's wild, son. He's actually doing it. All right.
It's gonna be the thing now. If he doesn't answer, he doesn't answer.
It's all good.
I'm not gonna be sad. He's in Miami. He's living his life. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
He fucking cream
I honestly
pied
don't
that
think I'll
broad.
even answer. Oh, that's terrible, bro.
Did you watch it?
I saw the end of it. He cream pied her.
Yeah, he's busy. It's okay.
He's
He's in
knee-deep.
Europe right now. That's why. He's not
Oh,
answering.
he's
I just
in
realized.
knee-deep some-
He's in
some-
Europe right
some
now.
European
He's in,
broad.
like, fucking Czech Republic. Or something.
Yeah, some knee deep.
Porn capital. Sorry, guys. I tried to give you guys.
No, it's all good. It's all
Listen,
good.
I'll be fine not speaking to Jason Love.
Before we go, tell us one more story, crazy story about your star shit, like your star power shit.
Just my my journey, my career.
Or you know what? Was that?
No,
was
let me
it?
tell you the story about how I met Akon.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So yeah, as you guys know, my second song I ever made in my life, Motherland, got on New Music Friday. That was 2018, years before anyone in Toronto was making music like that.
Right.
You know, just saying.
Flex, man.
Like-
Let him know.
You guys just started to get on that wave last year. How is the white guy fucking?
You
doing
guys
this
need
shit
to
first?
catch
That's
up.
Crazy, bro.
Flex, man. Let him know. Let him know. Yep.
That's crazy. Yeah, so my track Motherland, I was at the Hot in Here festival. I was shooting photos, taking video. Akon was performing. You guys know about the Hot in Here festival. Nelly, Akon, T.I., Fat Joe, Rick Ross, whatever. All the classic legends, you know. Ended up meeting Akon. I had a backstage pass. I was in the back. My boy Naz and Ben from Cali, they're like, yo, just say you know this guy and he'll let you in the trailer. So I'm like, knock on the door. I'm like, hey, I know this guy, this, that, whatever. And they're like, okay, come. I go inside, show Akon my track, Motherland. Of course, how am I not going to show Akon?
So you literally
Akon the
walk in and be like,
Motherland
"Hey, yo,
track, you know?
Akon, here's my track."
Yeah, I'm like, I'm here to show you music. Because my boy was texting him as well, right? So he already knew that I was coming in. I'm like, hey, I want you to, hear my Motherland track. I make like Afro beats and pop and shit like that. And he's like, oh, you make that type of music? He was confused, I'm like,
I'm telling you.
bro, I was shooting all day. I was like sweaty. I had fucking dirt on my face. 'Cause it was like rainy and muddy. I looked like a super scrub, I'm like, oh, I want you to hear my music, whatever. Motherland, Afro beats, whatever. Play it on the thing. And at first he's like, doesn't look like he's into it. And then he starts really getting into it. He's like, oh shit. He's like, this is fucking hard, He's like, this shit hard. He literally, I have the video. I'll give you
That's
the
eyes.
You
Yeah.
can put it on the pod, It's like, this shit's hard. What the fuck? He's like, we got to reshoot that. We got to reshoot the video, So like ever since then, we've been in communication.
Yeah,
so,
good for
I'm
you.
telling you, do the Afro beats thing,
yeah.
man.
No, yo, bro, he's gonna Lady Gaga you, bro. He's gonna Lady, yo. That guy,
That's the thing about
Did you
Akon,
know
right?
Akon was behind Lady Gaga?
Of course.
He was the one who fronted the guap.
Got it.
That's the thing about Akon. He's very business minded. He's very
Yes.
smart. So like,
Yeah.
He's the one who gave her the guap. She became she was bankrupt like 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
And then Akon's like, yo, I still see the vision.
And let's be honest, a white dude doing Afro beats.
That's fire.
I'm
it's
telling
kind
you.
of an easy sell, right? Like,
telling
let's
you,
be
it
real.
is.
That's like
It's
when
actually an easy sell.
when Justin Bieber did like he did a kind of dance hall thing.
But
Yeah.
Sting, but if you look back in history, Sting was dancehall. Sting was like semi dancehall. If you look at it, Sting is like quasi dancehall.
Okay.
And Sting worked. And Sting worked. Sting is like.
And that's why DJ Marvin Prince recruited Snow, because it's like, yo, at the time, reggae, white dude doing reggae was like unheard of.
Yeah.
And Eminem's, like someone rapping that good who
On that
isn't
level,
black
right?
on that level.
I'm not the best Afrobeats artist.
No,
ever,
but
know
you
what
just
I mean?
got to do it.
But I like it.
Good
I
enough.
have fun. You know. What
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean?
ma-
If,
two
if I
albums
was in the
would be
room
good.
with other people who were like crazy songwriters and stuff, we could make some crazy shit. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
But yeah, that's the story of how I met Akon and
Is his hairline real?
his hairline.
Yeah, like, because his hair looks
I mean,
weird
he,
to me.
He wasn't wearing a hat. He had waves. He had the
Yeah.
hair. Look, I don't know if he
No,
got
he-
that.
looked-
I don't know if he
the
got
guy
that
went to Turkey 3
special.
times.
Maybe
He went to Turkey
I
Oh,
don't
he
wanna
did the
say that.
surgery?
3 times in a row.
Got it.
I'm not gonna throw my man under the bus like that. I
He
don't
has
know
to go
what he
3
did,
times in a
but,
row to get
you know.
that thick.
Okay.
But yeah, shout out to Akon, man. He's a real one. We're gonna see what happens, man. Hopefully, I
doubt.
can come back again on the pod and things will be
Absolutely.
more advanced from there.
Akon, we want you on the podcast.
Please, bro. And then we want you to build like a city outside of GTA because shit's getting tough out here, motherfucker.
We need
Like,
electricity.
We need electricity outside the GTA. Like, just make us a little small village. We'll take it from there.
Yeah.
Anywho, this is Steady Mobbin episode 5 something.
I don't care.
Um,
I'm just here for the beer.
do you want to do you want to like bring us down and shout anybody?
Not really, man. I just follow me on Instagram, TennisxClub, TennisxClub, Tennis Club, and I got some crazy drops coming soon. I can't really say because a lot of the stuff's NDA and stuff like that, but
I hate those
some good
NDAs.
shit coming soon, man.
I
Yeah.
hate
Yeah,
NDAs.
yeah. I like what you're doing, man. I'm rooting for you. You seem
Thank
like
you,
a
man.
cool dude.
Who's this guy?
And like I said, I'm nobody. I'm just here for the free beer.
I'm drinking
yeah.
Red Bull, man. Hopefully, we can get a sponsorship for the pod. You know.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
All right, we're out. This is Steady Mobbin. This is Black Mob. Bang, bang, bitches.